Let's talk just a little bit about different types of shots. Wide angle, extreme wide angle, medium, close-up, two-shot, three-shot, over the shoulder. These are all terms that you should be familiar with and use when you're writing your scripts, and you can also use them in discussion of the films as well. Let's just take a quick look at some of the more commonly used references and what each one might look like. This is an extreme wide angle. You can see that there's a lot of coverage given to the environment. In this case, we can see that we're inside of a television studio, sort of. But I mean, you can see the lighting equipment, you can see the roll-down backdrops, you can even see the rigging used to suspend Spider-Man. This tells us where we are. So an establishing shot for a scene is usually a wide angle or an extreme wide angle. It's something that shows you the environment in which the characters are. It tells you where you are in the world's story at the moment. This is a wide angle shot. There's still a lot of environment, but not as much as with the extreme wide angle. We can more easily see the characters in the scene, but we still see enough of the environment to give us a location. This could also be used as an establishing shot. It's often used as a master shot, that is to say the entire scene is shot with a wide angle, and then you repeat the action shooting it from close-ups, so you can edit back and forth between the footage. But that wide angle shot, sometimes called a safety shot, always gives you something to fall back on if you forgot to get an important close-up. This is a medium wide shot. Medium is kind of a cheating word. You can use it just to mean not quite as much as. So this is not quite as wide as the previous wide shot, but it's still clearly a wide shot. So we have to have something to describe it, so we call this a medium wide shot. Some people would call this a full shot. I've never really cared for that terminology, but generally speaking, a full shot means you see a character from head to toe. In my mind, this is still a medium wide, but you do see that term used in scripts, full shot. So if you see that, if you come across that, this is what they're talking about. It's a full shot of the talent. You see them from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet. This is just another example of a full shot. Again, you could also describe this as a medium wide. Another way you can characterize shots is by how many people are included. So because we actually have two talent in this shot, we can call this a two-shot. You could clearly also describe this as a medium wide or a full shot, but two-shot explicitly tells us that we have two actors on the screen. This is the same shot I had a second ago for full shot, but it could also be described as a three-shot, again, because you have three characters on screen, and you can extend this four-shot, five-shot, six-shot, etc. The medium shot is something like a waist up. We're seeing half the actor. So it's enough to give us some environmental context, but a little bit closer so that we can see some of the details of emotions and reactions and that sort of thing. The medium close-up is usually a head and shoulders shot. Again, you're getting close enough to the face that we can really start to see some details in the expressions and the reactions and such, but there's still a little bit of distance. This is sort of a regular conversational distance for on-screen interactions. A close-up shot is usually the entirety of your talent's face. It could be a little bit closer than this. We could crop the forehead and the chin maybe just a little bit, but with a close-up shot you expect to see the whole face. Now we're really starting to get intimate. We're really interested in seeing what the person's face is telling us. The extreme close-up is when we lose the entirety of the face. We are now focused on a feature. This could be a mouth to show a smile or a frown. It could be the eyes to show determination, hostility, love, whatever. We are really drilling into a sub-portion of a face to show detail that normally you would never see. Over the shoulder refers to a framing convention where you're literally looking over one person's shoulder to see the face of another. So here we're looking over Buzz's shoulder at the face of the dancing robot. This is really useful in establishing relationships and orientation of the characters inside of a conversation or an action series. These are not the only ways that you can label shots, but they are certainly some of the most commonly used ones. There's a fun yet slightly dirty mnemonic device for remembering how to frame a person. It's called the 4 T's of framing. I will not commit that to this videotape, but feel free to ask me about it the next time you see me in the hallway. Hey Tom, what are the 4 T's of how to frame a person? All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next up, we'll talk about building sequences.